Welcome to The Scoop with Stewart
and Sherri, coming at you from Aunt Betty Studios in Carson City, Nevada.
From First Presbyterian Church, where we are opening the gospel to Carson City and beyond. Hello and welcome. We are coming at you not live from Aunt Betty Studios.
Yeah, we decided since we're really not live, you shouldn't say live, but we'll figure that out.
We make way too many bloopers to do this live. There's a lot that ends up on the cutting room floor, as they say. So, but it is currently morning right now. It's 9 a.m. on Thursday, February 27th. And good morning, good day, good night, whatever time you're watching this. It's good to join you, and it's always good to join you, Stuart.
You too. Yeah.
So how are you doing this morning?
I'm doing well. I slept through the night, so that was a good thing.
That's always a good thing, Yeah, good. Me too. I feel really great. And I had my devotional this morning, and one thing that really stuck with me, and I'm going through a few health issues, as we all do as we get older, right? And we are fearfully and wonderfully made, and it's like, it's got to be to the glory of God, because my body is so wacky. And
okay.
It is. But I was really impressed with the fact that every breath we draw is so dependent on God.
It is. It so is. I don't do mine until I get to the office, and then I'm looking through my emails, but the first thing I go to is the prayer list, and pray, for all of our people. It's just, I can't say how important that is.
Ian's dad, I just want to tell you, see, the tears aren't just from Ian, okay?
Okay.
He's one of our biggest fans. I love it. I love having him join us, but yeah, I'm a crier. But yeah, we're so dependent on, and sometimes, I don't know, you get wrapped up in the busyness of life and don't even think about it, but we are.
No, and it's important, and you do the same thing, but I do phone calls in the morning too, as well, to those. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm your biggest fan, everybody. So, but I'm not sorry for it. I think that's so important. That
you do a really good job of checking up after all of your musicians.
Yeah, and other people within the congregation. You bet.
Anyway, all right. Now I've got to try to not cry through the rest of this.
I'm sorry.
No, it's not you. I'm the one who brought it up. So.
Okay.
Anyway, and I'm smiling through the tears because honestly, it's good stuff. It's good. I mean, it's just.
Yeah.
What a gift we're given to be totally and fully dependent on Him for every breath. All right, well, I want to give a shout out to Dwayne Glansman. Dwayne, you are such a good sport, and we love having you every year for our Pi Day skit, and you never fail to impress, and you came through again last week. And if you're watching this and you did not see that last week, you can obviously go and watch last week's Mary and Sherri show, or I'm also going to tag it onto the back of the scoop here, so you can see that. It was loads of fun.
Well, he came up to visit you yesterday, and he walks into my office. He goes, "Oh, this is your office," but you were in there with me because we talk every day.
Right.
That's one of our things we do, and talk about what's going on. And I've known him for over 40 years, and a lot of people known him for a lot longer because they've lived here all their lives, obviously. Right. But he has always been a big part of my life, and I can't, I love him so much, and he's a character.
He really is. He is. He's a delight.
Right. Yeah. And he made a comment. He goes, because he always made coffee in the morning at the high school at 4:30. In the morning, he was there, and he goes, and he looked at Sherri, and he looked at me, and he goes, does Sherri make your coffee in the morning like I always did for 40 years?
No.
I said no, and he looked
You're on
at
your
her.
Own for that.
He gave her the stink eye.
And I graduated from Fallon, Churchill
Correct.
County High School. So number one, I never had him for math. Number two, I think he taught advanced math, so I wouldn't have been in one of his classes. I was like consumers math, pre-algebra, the basics. So I never got to enjoy his stink eye as a student. So I feel kind of privileged.
There you go. There you go.
So, anyways, thank you, Dwayne. We love you.
That's right. Going on, we have Praise Team. Praise Team's going to meet this Tuesday, March 4th at 7 p.m. And that's due to the fact that we have Ash Wednesday.
Correct.
Which is at 7, which is normally during Praise Team rehearsal.
That's right.
So their rehearsal will be on Tuesday. At 7.
Right.
So don't come on, do come on Wednesday.
Yes, exactly.
But it won't be a Praise Team rehearsal. But make sure you do come on Tuesday. That's really important.
Correct.
And so that's what's going to be going on.
Yep. And so then the Ash Wednesday service, March 5th at 7 p.m., that is a communion service.
Right.
And such an important one as we head into Lent, which is the most somber time of the Christian year.
One of the best things about Lent is for us to remember why. And, that, to me, is one of the biggest times of the year for me in the church, because it really, as a Christian, you takes to heart on why we're doing that and that Christ died for us. So.
Right. So Lent is the 40 days leading up to Easter, minus Sundays, which are the Sabbath time, which is a time of celebration and rejoicing in the Lord. So with that in mind, what is happening the first Sunday of Lent?
On the first Sunday of Lent, we have Pie Day. And that's going to be a lot of fun.
Yes.
And Pie Day is right after the church service. And with that, we have different types of pies people can bring.
Right.
And so you can not only bring, like my favorite, which is banana cream pie, which I hope you bring a lot of. But bring any type of pie that you like to make. Plus, you can do savory pies.
Right.
Breakfast pies.
Oh, yes.
Anything like that.
Yes, this coming Monday in Alpha, we're having chicken pot pie. And Linda, I'm just saying, if you wanted to do a practice one on Sunday.
Well, there you go.
Right?
That's
I think that I'm going to, now, I have to tell you all this. I am going to be making a gluten-free, dairy-free pumpkin pie. And here's the great thing. I'm always assured a piece because people see gluten-free, dairy-free, and they're like, oh, that can't be any good. They do. I'm going to tell you this. If I gave it to you and you didn't know, you wouldn't know.
Okay, I want that test.
Okay, do you do pumpkin pie?
I love pumpkin pie.
Okay.
So I'll have to try some.
Yeah, I use a Costco copycat recipe.
Okay.
And it's obviously smaller because...
All right.
But, yeah, I love pumpkin pie, so...
Good.
Yeah. So, yes, please bring a pie on Sunday. We're excited for that. All right. Well, back to the not so joyous, but something very needed is Cindy Keller is starting a grief share group, and that's going to start March 11th at 1 o'clock in the fellowship hall, and it's going to run every Tuesday at that time for some weeks. Just such an important thing for anybody who's dealing with grief.
Right, and I mean, we've had quite a few people within this church that have been dealing with that. So, and not only that, it just is something that keeps on going because of the fact that somebody may have been gone for a long time doesn't mean you still don't grieve over them.
Correct. Very true.
So, I think that's extremely important. And thank you, Cindy, for doing that.
Yes. So, if you find, if you think you'd find value in that, please reach out to Cindy. And her information is in the church directory, which you may have a paper copy or you might have it on your phone.
Well, now we have friendship suppers.
Yes.
That's more of a wonderful, fun thing. And that's going to be March 15th and 14th. So I went backwards. 14th and 15th, but
I'll run the
well,
film
I'm
backwards.
dyslexic. So therefore, I read it accordingly to how I saw it, man. So there we go.
That's fun.
That shows that I do have
He's
it.
doing such a great job, don't you think? He really is.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm reading off things that are looking like I just have to decipher what it really is when I'm reading it. So what you need to do is see Sandy Earsman and Diane Young to sign up to host or attend.
That is also the dates of the Alpha Weekend Away. And so...
okay.
Yeah, and so that... But we'll be done midday on the 15th, so people who are doing that could also potentially go to a friendship supper.
Good.
And well worth it. So... Anyway, yay. So Joe and I would like to do one. Maybe the next ones are in June, so we'll see what happens.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. All right. Well, our word of encouragement, and I have not really been saying them. I'm just putting them up here for you, but I really want to share this one with you prior to putting it out there. It's Psalm 61:2. You can find a lot of encouragement throughout the Psalms. So Psalm 61:2 says, "When my heart is overwhelmed, lead me to the rock that is higher than I."
Well,
and how many of us have had overwhelmed hearts?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Show of hands? Yes. Let's just raise those in praise, though.
That's right.
All right, so enjoy this.
And now, Sherry, we have to talk about missions.
Yes.
Locally, we have Timothy Plummer and the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. Internationally, we have Jeff and Abby Nelson in Guatemala.
There we go.
So I think that we need to always make sure we pray for them and also help support them if we can.
Absolutely, yes. All right. Well, we have come to the end there. It's pretty quiet time right now.
It is.
You know, so we have come to the end. And if you feel blessed by any of this, what do we want them to do?
Well, we want them to share and subscribe and ring the bell.
Yeah, so press the little thumbs up and that'll give us a like, and share this and subscribe, all the good things.
You bet.
All right. Well, lovely spending time with you.
You too.
Always wonderful to spend time with you. And I can't tell you how much it means to me on a Sunday morning when somebody comes up and says, "Thank you for doing this.
Right.
I watch every week and I'm really enriched by it." So that means that
That's right.
we're doing what we need to be doing.
They are enriched by it.
All right. God bless. Take care. We'll see you this Sunday. And have a good one. Bye.
Blooper.
I finally got my tears under control.
If we don't have fun doing this, it's not gonna be good.
I was trying to get you to go into Pie Day. And I'm like, you're gonna have to pick up the excitement.
3, 2, 1, go Sherry.
Well, he's just like,
Here we go.
You're making him to be more violent than he is. Psalms.
Let's just do it again, okay?
I finally understand. These two girls aren't going to pull one over on me. I can't wait till they get here.
Hey, Sherry. You know, I was thinking about the number pi for Mr. Glansman.
Right.
And, you know, it's just fascinating.
It really is,
Did you know it's an irrational number?
I did know that. It's pretty wild how it goes on forever without repeating, right? Like 3.14159 and just goes on and on. I think that's what makes it so special.
Exactly. And, you know, it's everywhere in math and even in real life.
Right.
I can't can't believe I'm hearing this, you knucklehead.
Like when you calculate the circumference of a circle,
Yeah.
you always need it. You always need pi.
Right.
And it's literally the formula C equals 2 pi r, and r's the radius.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I use that all the time in geometry. You know, it's not just for circles either. It shows up in all kinds of calculations, like in trigonometry, and even in things like waves and sound. It's almost like a secret ingredient in nature's math.
Whoa, I agree. It's amazing how it turns up in so many places.
Yeah.
Could they have actually gotten this unbelievable?
Did you know that the ancient Greeks were the first to formally define pi?
Really?
But they didn't have the decimal we use today.
Oh.
You know, they knew it was around 3.14.
Right, that is cool. And I heard that even though pi is irrational, there are people who have tried to calculate it to as many decimal places as possible, and I think someone managed to get like to 50 trillion digits.
What?
Yeah.
That is truly insane.
Yeah.
That person must have been really patient.
Yeah.
Because I can't imagine memorizing 50 trillion digits.
No.
And then it still goes on.
Right.
But still knowing all those digits, pi is still just an approximation, right?
Right. It's the more digits you calculate, the more precise you get. But there will never be a perfect answer. I think that's part of the magic. It's mysterious and kind of elusive.
Kind of like God.
Yeah. Totally.
Well, totally. I mean, it would never be fully captured, but
Right.
that makes it even more intriguing.
Right.
You know, I wonder if there's a limit to how far we humans can calculate it.
I don't think so. Computers are still getting better at calculating it faster. It's like an ongoing challenge in the math community. And maybe someday someone will calculate it to the last digit, but it's hard to imagine that even being impossible at all.
Oh, I can't even
Yeah.
imagine.
Yeah.
I mean, that really would be something.
Right.
You know, it's funny how a simple little symbol like pi can hold so much mystery and importance.
Right. Yeah.
I don't believe this. They couldn't have gotten all that in that short amount of time.
It's definitely one of those things that makes math seem both challenging and beautiful. It's like the universe's way of showing that there's always more to discover. Like, isn't God so good to give us this?
Oh, it's mind-boggling.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of poetic in a way. If you
Right.
think so. I love that there's always something new to learn about it.
Yes.
And anyway, you know, the next time I measure a circle, I'll be thinking how deep this little number goes.
Same here. Pi truly makes the world a little more interesting.
Does it not?
Yeah.
I don't believe what I just witnessed. How many years have I tried to get you two knuckleheads to know all about pi? I know you didn't get all this knowledge on your own.
Well,
Have you ever heard of the small family? It was Warren, it was West, it was Grace. They knew all about pi. You went to them and they taught you all about pi. And they prepared a script for you to impress me.
now, Mr. Glansman, don't you think...
Don't call me Mr. Glansman.
Yes,
You're
Mr.
no
Glansman.
longer a young high school student. You can call me Dwayne.
But we haven't even talked about the Fibonacci sequence yet. The God ratio.
Doesn't that have something to do with lasagna?
Oh, I've had it.
He's taking the pie.
Mr. Glansman!
It's Dwayne! Dwayne, Mary!